David said snakes. So at the end of the chapter, when we summarize, will you be in charge of snakes? So we know a lot about the rainforest already. So for our prediction, I'd like for you to just look through the pictures and turn to a partner and give them one prediction. I'm going to give a prediction real quickly. I think they're going to give some major categories, like insects and frogs.
How many people learn to talk about snakes, frogs, insects?
I predict that they're gonna tell you what the insects or whatever look like and stuff.
Okay, now we need to question. And normally we ask you to think of a teacher question after you read. I'm going to do something a little different today. It's called a wonder. And it's one of the kinds of questionings that we do before we read. So for instance, before I read about insects, the section on insects, I'm going to wonder. I'm looking here and I see the word fungus popping out at me. Let's see, I'm wondering what the insects eat. Okay, turn to someone next to you and tell your partner your wonder.
I wonder if frogs in the rainforest.
Okay, I'd like one person, Jan's going to share his. I'd like you to hear his he looked at an illustration and asked a very specific, detailed wonder. Let's hear it.
I wonder if those ants are leafcutter ants, and if you can find them only in the rainforest.
Okay. You're going to get an orange one and a yellow one. And while you're reading, I want you to watch for a word and an idea. So the idea I had to clarify was the idea. I'm going to put, I didn't get the part where they said 10 million. So how did I fix it? Are you prepared to tell how you fixed it? I read some more. I looked at this chart, and I thought about it a little bit.
While children are engaged in reading the text silently to themselves, it is the teacher's role during reciprocal teaching lessons in a guided reading group to rotate around the table and ask the students to read a small portion of text to just him or her.
Burnt in its own rotting vegetation.
Okay, stop right there. Did you have a word you need to clarify?
So that way the children are not embarrassed to read in front of the group or bored while waiting for someone else to read. And during that one-on-one session, it's the perfect opportunity for the teacher to scaffold some instruction.
Did it make sense to say burned in its own rotting vegetation? If the insects didn't eat it, what would happen? It would be...
And although I might not get around to every single child while they're reading, at least I keep a record of the 2 or 3 that I got to and try to get to the next students the next time we read.
Tell your partner one word that you had to clarify, please. And tell how you figured it out. And so how did you clarify that for yourself?
I had to reread carefully and have a picture in my head.
That's a good tool, isn't it? It's a really good trick for figuring something out. Come up with a summary that would include everything in the chapter, a big broad summary, not a lot of detail. If you were going to do one, what would you base it on? Let me give you a clue. What in this book could help you?
The categories.
Excellent. So let's just do one together. If we were going to do one, what are the keywords we would want? The creatures of the rainforest, let's just write down keywords, right? I like the way people are rereading. You should be rereading when you summarize. Excellent. How about questioning? Before reading, we did our wonders. That's one kind of questioning. And after reading, what's the kind of question that you could ask after reading? What's one kind?
Quiz questions.
What do we call them? Quiz question. We can call them a quiz question. What else do you call them sometimes, David?
A teacher's question.
What kind of monkey is the loudest and
36 feet tall. Skin dry.
I don't know how to say it.
Which one is so loud as can be heard 2 miles away?
Yeah. How do you know?
So, which one helped you the most today? What else?
Clarify because when I got stuck on leaf cutter, if I couldn't understand that, I wasn't probably able to understand the whole chunk because it had like leaf cutter a couple times in there.
Great, great. Yeah, sometimes if there's a word that's messing you up, that can mess you up for the whole thing, right? Okay. So before we start, let's review very quickly one of the Fab Four. Who could tell me about predict? Okay, what's that?
What's